The following video goes over basic troubleshooting procedures in the event of your hydraulic power unit not turning on. Transmitters. Press and hold the on-off button on the transmitter. A blue LED light should appear when pressing this button. If the blue LED light does not appear when pressing the on-off button, remove the 4 Phillips head screws on the back of the transmitter and replace the batteries. If the blue LED light does not light up after replacing the batteries, the remote is permanently damaged and needs to be replaced. If the blue LED light lights up when pressing the on-off button and the power unit doesn't start, clear the receiver and program the remotes. Clearing the receiver and reprogramming the transmitters. To clear the memory of the circuit board on your power unit controller, first remove the cover. Next, locate the Learn or S1 button at the top of the circuit board. Press and hold the Learn button until the red LED light on the left side of the board goes on and then goes off. Once off, release the Learn button. The memory of the circuit board is now cleared. Next, with the remote in hand, press and hold the Learn button again until the red LED light turns on. Release the Learn button while the light is on. Next, press and hold either fast or slow on the transmitter until the red LED light blinks rapidly. Repeat this program process for every subsequent remote. If the power unit does not start after reprogramming the transmitters, move on to the next section in this video. Contactor override. Warning: there is 220 volts powering the controller. If you are not comfortable, please call a licensed electrician for further troubleshooting. Locate the contactor beneath the circuit board in the controller. In the middle of the contactor, locate the square-shaped override button. Press in the contactor override button. If the power unit did not briefly start, please call customer service for further troubleshooting. If the power unit briefly started, move on to the next section in this video. Hydraulic fluid level and float level switch. Hydraulic fluid must be at the proper level in order for the power unit to start. To check fluid level, unthread the fill cap counterclockwise. Be sure to have paper towels on hand to clean up excess fluid. Remove the internal oil filter and filter holder by pulling up on the 2 plastic tabs. Inspect the hydraulic fluid level using a ruler or a dipstick. Fluid level must be within 2 inches of the top plate of the power unit. If this is a new startup and fluid needs to be added, flip the breaker off and proceed to top off the fluid so it's within 2 inches of the top plate of the power unit. If this is an existing pool and the fluid level is low, there's a possibility of a hydraulic fluid leak. Please call customer service. Restore power. If the power unit does not turn on with the transmitter, move on to the next section of this video. Flip the breaker off. Locate the white wire for the float level sensor connected to the JP2 terminal on the circuit board. Move the white wire from JP2 to JP1 on the circuit board. Restore power to the pool. If the power unit turns on, the circuit board would need to be replaced. If it does not come on, please call customer service for further troubleshooting.